$26,310.63. That is the value of the car loan that I just paid off. In this video, I'm going to tell you exactly the breakdown of the car I purchased a couple of years ago. I'm going to share with you the specifics on the financing, and more importantly, I'm going to share with you the top 3 mistakes I did as part of this car acquisition. Coming right up on MoneySenseMedia. Hey everyone, welcome to MoneySenseMedia. My name is Miles, and on this episode we're talking about car purchasing, specifically the car that I just paid off a few days ago, and more importantly, some of the mistakes that I made as part of this car acquisition. If you're new to this channel, welcome. Please remember to smash the like button and to subscribe to the channel so that you get notified every time I post some new content. On this channel, we talk about money-related items such as investing, personal finance, and the like. Alright, so let's get into it. So 2 years ago, I purchased a used car for $37,599. I added an extended warranty on the vehicle, which cost me $2,800, and I paid $103 worth of registration. In the city in which I live, the taxes are 13%, so when you tally all these beautiful numbers up, you get a total of $45,788.17. Now, I put a $6,000 deposit on the vehicle, and so the balance that I had to finance was $39,788.17. Alright, so let's talk about the financing here. I financed this vehicle over a 72-month period, which is 6 years essentially. The interest rate I paid was 4.88%. And so my total monthly cost was $638.57. So let's talk about the few mistakes I did as part of this car acquisition. Number 1, I purchased an extended warranty of $2,800. So obviously I didn't use that warranty during the period of time I had the vehicle. The best extended warranty you can have is to have a healthy emergency fund. So if I had $2,000 or $3,000 in an account that I could use for an emergency fund for my car, then I would have been good. I wouldn't have needed to pay that extra $2,800. And that's also a way that dealers make money, right? They don't make a lot of money, a ton of money on the sale of the car. They really make money on the servicing and all the add-ons, and the warranty is one of them. So in hindsight, I should have just put an emergency fund in place and not purchase the extended warranty. The second mistake I did is I had this car financed for 72 months. So, hindsight is always 20/20. The longer you finance a vehicle, the higher your interest rate, and the more you're upside down in your loan. So being upside down in your loan is really simple. It simply means that you owe more money on the loan than the asset is actually worth. And so in this case, this car that I just paid down, that's for $26,000, is actually worth $23,000 or $24,000. So I'm upside down on it. I owe more on the vehicle than the car is actually worth, which is a big no-no. So the mistake I made is I did what most people do, which is you take the longest term possible so that you reduce your monthly payment as much as possible. So that's all fine and dandy, but I'm actually paying more interest over the same period of time on the vehicle. So there's a bigger proportion of my monthly payment that is going towards interest instead of reducing my principal, which is why it would have taken me about 6 years in order to pay this thing off. A lot of times your car loan companies as well also have really tricky terms on you to repay. So in this particular instance, the only way I was able to pay everything quicker was to give them a check for the outstanding balance. I couldn't do any kind of prepayment every 3 months or 6 months or anything like that. They wanted a check for the full thing. So I gave them a check for the full thing. The third mistake I made for this car is actually getting it financed. You should never get a car financed. If you're gonna make any kind of monthly contribution for anything, it should be against something that's going to gain value over time. And so if I had taken that $630 and I would have invested it at 4% over 6 years, compounded monthly, I would have gotten about $51,000 at the end of my term. So that's $51,000 I would have earned instead of paying $630 to an organization or to a company to finance a car at 4.88%. Now, don't get hung up on the percentage or the interest rate, because at the end of the day, it's interest that I'm paying to someone else. And so that's why I will never finance a car again. So some of you might be asking yourselves, well, Miles, are you ever going to buy yourself another car? The answer to that is a resounding yes. And so the way I'm going to do that is my existing car that's worth $24,000, I'm going to drive that for another year or so. It's going to be worth $20,000. I'm going to sell it to a private individual for 20 grand, and I'm going to put $15,000 cash on a new vehicle for a total of $35,000. I am going to do that every year or two, and I'll be driving a $35,000 to $40,000 value car every other year at a minimum. That's my strategy, and for $40,000 or for $35,000, you can drive a pretty decent car that's very nice, that's just a few years old. Thank you, David Ramsey. And so that's my approach with regards to purchasing a car. If you found this content helpful, please let me know and put a comment in there. If you are currently financing a car, please let me know what is your interest rate on your car right now. I'd love to get a feel for what's available out there right now in the market. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I'll see you on the next one.